What's going on, Jerome's? Happy Monday. Birds are chirping and stuff. Well, except for Seahawks and ospreys. Do you know that you're not allowed to eat an osprey? Also, it's probably poisonous too. Lots of parasites. Anyways, it's time for another Vikings news dump. He sees you when you're pooping. So, of course, waking up at 13-2, feeling damn good. Happy Victory Monday. We've had a lot of Victory Mondays. Also, I'm pretty sure that the Vikings might go bankrupt because after every win, they hand out game balls, and there's like 50,000. Like, balls ain't cheap, man. But the Vikings getting it done on the road in Seattle, and people can scoff at it. Oh, there's another close win. Seahawks are a good team. And the good version of them showed up. The fans are loud and proud. Lumen is a fortress, and it's a big-time win. And so I never really subscribed to the whole, well, historically, the Vikings haven't won in Seattle since 2006. What does the intervening years' teams have to do with this year's team? I never quite understood that. But the Vikings get it done on the road against a very tough NFC opponent. And 13-2 with the Eagles slip and fall and they can't get up. And the Lions... Well, it doesn't matter what happens to the Lions since the Vikings control their own destiny. Win 2 more games, and you got the North, you got the 1 seed. Feeling good about things. Also feeling good. Annual holiday season fundraisers. So the Jeromes have completely smashed it. Every dollar donated to the show in December will go to Salvation Army as well as Toys for Tots. Also, you can donate directly to them. The links are in the description. And we've had a bunch of Jeromes. $800 anonymous donation Toys for Tots. Just had Jake Nelson yesterday in the live stream, $1,000 to Toys for Tots. Had a couple 500 and thousands. And if you do that, donate directly. Email me or producer Allie. Will include in the total. But also all super chats from the live streams, Venmos, Cash Apps will be donated as well, and it's amazing. We're currently at 6,600, trying to get to 7K, and we just keep raising it. Initially, it was 2K, and then you guys have just been amazing. So happy to pay it forward this time of year. Absolutely love it. Something I also love is Justin freaking Jefferson, proving that he is him. And I know that a lot of haters and losers want to be like, well, Jamar Chase is better. Again, I feel like there's a federal law that says you can't talk about Justin Jefferson without mentioning Jamar Chase. Just watch every single segment from the national media jabroni haircuts. If they start talking about Jefferson, inevitably they'll bring up Jamar Chase. All right, and they want to say that Chase is better. Nah, I'm rolling with 1.8. I'm rolling with Justin freaking Jefferson, man. But 10 catches for $144, 2 touchdowns, all season highs this year, and it's just really great. And the Seahawks, damn good secondary. Witherspoon, frankly, pound for pound, is one of the best corners in the game. Tariq Woolen, when he's dialed in, is pretty damn good as well. But Jefferson was indeed him. And when the Vikings needed that kill shot, slinging Sammy. But I always feel like when the quarterback gets a running start towards the line of scrimmage, doesn't plant his feet, but just throws on the run, it's always money. Like, good things are always going to happen when that happens. And Jefferson, I just love it, man. Something I also love is Kevin O'Connell should and could be Coach of the Year. Look at Tellus with Metellus, as well as Jonathan Gennard, 5A Club, just lifted him up. But speaking of game balls, O'Connell got a game ball from Brian O'Neill. And, of course, J.J. McCarthy. Yeah, you remember him. Yeah. What's the requirements for this Coach of the Year thing again? Asking for a friend. So we've gone over it. Basically, the award is for who does the most with the least, or the most with the lowest expectations. So if Dan Campbell wins, it's BS, right? Because the Lions were in the NFC title game. Everyone and their mom predicted the Lions go like 19-0 and 20-0 and whatever, right? But first off, it's a regular season award, and the Lions are not going to win the NFC North. The Lions are not going to have the 1 seed. The Lions are going to have the 5 seed. So how do you give the Coach of the Year award to a guy with the 5 seed? When last year they were in the NFC title game. I think you can give it to the gentleman who is 13-4. Well, no, sorry, 13-2. Talk about 13-4 in 2022 when he should have won Coach of the Year over Brian Daboll, whose ass is going to get fired here in about 2 seconds. And O'Connell's overcome a lot. Moving on from Kurt, everyone thought that was a bad idea. Slinging Sammy Darnold, draft bust, $10 million. He's playing like a top 5 quarterback. J.J. McCarthy got injured. Kyrie Jackson tragically passed away. Rest in power. And the Vikings, all this turnover, all this rebuild. Hey, do you know that the Vikings over-under was 6.5 wins? They've doubled that. It's pretty damn good. So, indeed, Kevin O'Connell should and could be Coach of the Year, plus his bona fides. The Vikings' 13 wins tied for the second most in a season in franchise history with 2017 as well as 2022, trailing only Minnesota's 15 wins in 1998. Special season. Lost to the Bucs because Tony Dungy knew us. Yeah. Kevin O'Connell is the first head coach in franchise history of multiple 13-win seasons in his career. Woo! Not Bud Grant, except Bud coached during the 14-game season era, mostly. Not Zimmer, not Denny Green. Kevin O'Connell. Kevin damn O'Connell. Plus, I love seeing When I See You Smile. We did the rant yesterday. I think you got to keep him for 1 year just to make sure this isn't a fluke. And I understand. I love J.J. McCarthy more than anyone, right? I think that he is going to be the guy, but you know that Sam Darnold is the guy. And this is not a Alex Smith, Patrick Mahomes situation. Like, everyone knew that Mahomes was going to be great, right? And Alex Smith was a above-average starting quarterback. Darnold is playing like a legitimate MVP candidate right now. Like, he's not going to get over Josh Allen and Lamar and even Saquon. Also, I think Saquon's going to break the rushing record. I really do. Yeah, Giants are just geniuses right now. But Darnold is playing like a top 3 quarterback. And what else do you want? You know, he's also, I know that he deserves to get every single dollar out there, but I feel like in the back of his mind, especially given his football journey with the Jets, garbage coaching and not so great weapons. Same thing with Carolina. I think that he understands that he is it really, really good here. All right, well, Kevin O'Connell is going to stay in place. I mean, McCown, West Phillips, they might leave, but guess what? Jefferson, Addison, Hockenson, all under contract through 2027 if you count Addison's fifth-year option. Darisaw is going to be back. Brian Newell's going to be back. They're going to revamp the interior offensive line. I think it's going to be pretty good. Or do you want to get a couple extra dollars and go to the Raiders? Is that what you want to do, Sam? Samuel? Sambo? Yeah, we'll see. But, yeah, Sam yesterday, 246, 22 of 35, a buck 12.3 quarterback rating. His 12th game of 100-plus quarterback rating, which is just insane. Plus 3 touchdowns, including the game winner. He's got 5 fourth-quarter comebacks as game-winning drives this season. It's been really impressive what Darnold's done. When I see you smile. Also, hey, they finally called face mask. All right, but Byron Murphy II, not Byron Murphy Jr., by the way. It's very important for that distinction. Earlier in the year, Murph definitely pointed that out. But Byron Murphy II, defensive tackle from Texas, the guy that I liked in the draft process. But he would have had his first sack, except he cheated, grabbing Darnold's face mask. Hey, they're finally calling face masks against Sam Darnold. It's great. Greg Bell, beat writer for the Seahawks. Ticked rookie defensive tackle Byron Murphy II says that the face mask penalty he got while sacking Sam Darnold on third down. The play before Minnesota's game-winning touchdown pass to Jefferson, bull bleep call, as said he didn't grasp the quarterback's face mask, just grazed it with his hand/arm. Now, So I don't understand how they just blatantly and brazenly lie when everything is captured in 8K as well as the most state-of-the-art cameras. I don't know how he can just lie, right? Lying like a rug. Because, first off, even if it's just one digit, that is grasping. He said that he did not grasp the quarterback's face mask, just grazed it with his arm. This looks like a grasp. And in real time, I know those a little bit blurry, but how about Darnold's face mask violently jutting downward? How about that? Or maybe that's not his finger. I don't know. Or is there no fingers there? Like, did he JPP himself on the sideline? Don't know. But it's so stupid just to lie. Plus, he's probably seen the replays. All right? But it's just ridiculous. Something that's also ridiculous, but in an awesome way. So I was just waiting. I wanted to see the turnover Celly celebrations. Now, Turner, did his own thing. Commendable. I mean, it's his first interception. It's really, he can drop into coverage now. It's kind of awesome. And then to end the game with the Theo Jackson interception, like you knew that you were going to full freight get it, right? Now, generally, it's Beasley and or Metellus with the big time dance numbers, but this one was all encompassing. And the whole Camp Rock thing, which I never saw that movie, but I love that Beasley and Metellus are single-handedly reviving like late 90s and early 2000s pop culture references. It's right in my wheelhouse in general, man. Like the wife was all over the Camp Rock thing. And So obviously I watched the games alone. Yeah, with nobody else down in the studio in the lab with a pen and a pad trying to get this damn label off. But she was watching on her phone, through TikTok, and she just saw the clip come up, and she's like, "I recognize that." It's great. It's fun for everyone. Plus, this just seems like a fun team, doesn't it? Like, did the Lions seem fun? No. They're just all about, hey, can Ben Johnson show off so he can get a job? Oh, he had this fake falling down play. I was like, oh, we can throw it to the tackle. It's just so stupid. It's not football. Or the Eagles. The Eagles and Nick Sirianni seem fun? No, absolutely not. Josh Allen, okay, he's fun. The Chiefs right now, the Chiefs get so many calls that it's just blatant right now. Kind of feel bad for the Texans. Anyways, but this one was amazing. And also, Beasley put out a video of the behind the scenes, the rehearsals in the team hotel, which this would not, if this team was 2-13 instead of 13-2, this would be less funny. Like, oh, how are you doing this instead of starting a playbook? So stupid. But I want to know, so Harrison Phillips is a little bit older. This is probably out of his wheelhouse. How'd they get him on board? How did the Harrison Phillips choreography go down? Also, Harrison Smith, he didn't play, but was he in on the choreography? Did he hurt his foot with the choreography? No, but that would be, not funny. Yeah. Speaking of the Eagles, so the Eagles lost. Thank you, commies. Thank you, Jaden Daniels. Whew, I love it, man. Just come from behind and win, and it did seem like the Eagles were going to whoop the commies' ass. Same thing, like the Lions did to the Bears, which, hey, thanks, Bears. Thanks. Cool. But yeah, the Eagles go down at 12-3, and that's important because if the Vikings and the Eagles have both won out and ended up at 15-2, I mean, it could have been up in the air because they would have had the same no head-to-head, same record in common games, same record in conference. So it would have come down to strength of victory, and that's a highly variable one because, I mean, it depends on how the teams that you beat fare the rest of the way. But now, if the Vikings win out, don't have to worry about that since the best the Eagles can finish is 14-3. It's so stupid, isn't it? First off, F the Lions. So whatever happened in San Francisco doesn't really matter because that last game matters in terms of the head-to-head as well as division record, blah, blah, blah. So the Vikings, if and when they go 14-2 and then 15-2, cribbage style, they will have it over the Lions, and Lions will be a 13-14 win, a wild card, which screw them. That's it. And the Eagles, now the Vikings don't have to worry about the luck of the draw when it comes to strength of victory tiebreaker. So take care. The path is now clear. The path was clearish before. It is clear. Beat the Packers. Beat the Lions. You got that 1 seed. You got the NFC North title. I love it, man. Also, a big part of the guy who's going to help win the NFC North is Harrison Smith. So he was a late scratch. He was banged up with a foot issue, was limited during the week, DNP'd on Thursday, and apparently it was pretty close, and it shouldn't be long-term. Gessling, Strib, go. Kevin Conlon, Harrison Smith, quote, "It was truly a game day kind of decision with him. Harrison is a guy that sometimes you got to make the decisions to sit him down. Otherwise, he's going to be out there. And we knew he was dealing with some significant soreness that just kind of never turned over. But we're expecting him to be fine and ready to roll this week against the Packers. As well as they're expecting Ivan Pace Jr. back, hopefully full week of practice for the Packers because they definitely need his physicality and energy. Juice. We need some more juice in that front seven. Pace Jr. is going to be awesome, man. Also, someone who's awesome in the front seven, Andrew Van Ginkel, 2 sacks, and not just 2 sacks, but a big sack on third down, and his second sack really pushed them way back in terms of field goal range, so they had to try that 60-yarder. 5 tackles, 3 quarterback hits, and 11 sacks this season, career high, 2 pick sixes. He should and could be in the Pro Bowl. Same thing with Grenard. Love AVG. Lastly, something I also love. So there's been an account that's been tracking this, but of course the Vikings have indeed been undefeated since Minnesota native and Good Morning Football host Jamie Erdahl sounded the Gallahorn against the Colts on Sunday Night Football, which is fantastic. So I feel like we just got to keep rolling with this. So the Vikings have won 8 in a row for Mike Yeo since that Colts game, and I don't think it's a fluke. And I don't know, maybe. All right, so after the Vikings win out, they get that bye, they get the 1 seed. Divisional round, they bring in Jamie. She sounds the Gallahorn again. NFC title game, Randy Moss is healthy enough to travel. Ave Maria, 8-4, wanting some more. Sounding the horn, let's go. It is written. And then we go down to New Orleans and exorcise the demons. But think about it this way. Since the path in the NFC North is clear now, the Vikings win 5 more games, they win the Super Bowl. Think about that. Think about it. Anyways, that's it. Vikings Monday news dump. Think about it. Yeah. Guys, the best you know what to do. Skull production value.